Webaki nyuma sitwaenda na imba
Yesterday at 4 p.m., 12 human rights defenders, including one journalist of 001 radio, were arrested at Uhuru Gardens while conducting prayers and vigil at the park. They had notified the county about the use of the park. The service was in respect to the heroes and heroines who lost their lives during the 2024 anti-finance bill demonstrations. They were booked at Central Police Station and detained overnight. They were denied bail without any compelling reasons. The OCS kept advocates here yesterday and families waiting for over 6 hours, but still failed to respond to our request. Police have narrowed down their vitriol to violations against human rights defenders. We therefore wish to state as follows. Number one is to the governor of Mombasa. The governor must urgently convene the county policing authority to address the increasing high-handedness of the police against residents of Mombasa. The OCS for Central Police Station and the county commander must stop forthwith operating outside the law and exercise their powers and discretion within the confines of the law. They must stop impeding the work of advocates and journalists. Yesterday, our colleagues here have been charged with unlawful assembly, contrary to Section 78 of the Penal Code. We consider those charges in itself unconstitutional, and we will be going to court to defend them to the last note. And as we said here, we will also call to account the OCS and the county commander on the abuse of their discretion. Continued abuse of that discretion is something that we have to call out. The Constitution sets standards for all public offices, and we cannot allow some people to go down. If they go lower, we will go lower.
There is a deliberate attempt by the executive to muzzle the voice of the youth, and particularly the voices of the human rights defenders. We all know this is against Article 10. We have values in this country. We have rights under the Bill of Rights, and one of those rights is to give the youth the right to express themselves. And that is exactly what they were doing against the criminal acts that are perpetrated against them. So our message to the executive is that we have noticed what the executive is doing to the youth, and we will not allow this to continue. We will use whatever possible means we have within the law and within the Constitution to ensure the youth express themselves as required under the Constitution. Number two, Central Police Station, Mombasa. We have seen the excessive use of force when they are arresting human rights defenders. There is a case of assault by police officer of one of the human rights defender. We are going to pursue that particular case against that particular officer. There is a case of another assault yesterday against another human rights defender. We are going to pursue that case against that particular police officer and against Central Police Station. This is against the democratic values that we have in our Constitution. And we want to call upon Kenyans and the opposition not just to look at what is happening against their youth. They have to come out and condemn in the strongest terms what is happening against this defenseless youth in this country.